So recently, Mase talked about how Dwayne Wade was wearing nail polish, and he compared it to seeing Michael Jordan in lingerie.
He did what?
He compared D. Wade wearing nail polish to seeing Michael Jordan wearing lingerie. That's how disappointing it was.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that made sense to me, but okay. Listen, man. To each his own, brother. You know,
Yeah.
I've met Dwayne Wade, super cool dude. You know, whatever him and Gabrielle Union got going on, however they support their child, if that's a means to show support.
I think that's what it's about.
Okay.
I think it's like, hey, my son is trans or my daughter's trans. Right. I don't know. People get on me like, you're misgendering him. And I'm like, I don't mean to. I don't know what the correct way to say it sometimes.
And I don't even play that game. I don't walk in them landmines.
Yeah. Listen, whatever gender his child wants to be, I'm sure he's saying, hey, look, daughter, I'm going to, do something that makes you feel comfortable by me wearing nail polish and everything. I don't know, maybe I'm old school. I don't think a man should wear nail polish or dresses or lipstick or whatever.
I think the general rule is all bets are off when it comes to your kids. Whatever you got to do to support your kids and make them feel loved and appreciate it, that's the route you go. I recently saw a clip where Shaq had alluded to one day he had painted his fingernail or something like that, and he went out and scored like almost 50 points. So as a thing, that became a thing for him now to paint this, I guess this one particular nail a color. So whatever, man.
Whatever. Well, Draymond Green, he got back from what was an indefinite suspension. And did you see that whole stabbing thing that he did?
Draymond, Draymond needs to be in a time machine and go back to playing some of these motherfuckers in the 80s. Because I think Draymond knows who he can fuck with and who he can't.
Yeah, he needs to be a bad boy. He needs to join the Pistons from
because I guarantee you, if he was in the
90s.
If he was in the 80s and the 90s, he ain't doing that shit to Rick Mahorn. He ain't doing that shit to Charles Oakley.
No.
You know what I mean? He knows who he can fuck with.
Oh, yeah. I got into it with Charles Oakley once. We actually talked about it in our interview.
Right.
Did I ever tell you about this story?
No.
Oh, yeah. I was, this was NBA All-Star Weekend, and it was in New York. Mm-hmm. And I was on the list, right? I have a friend who's a high executive at Jordan. He puts me on the list whenever I want to go. So we're walking in, and I'm walking behind Charles Oakley. And I guess he thought that I was trying to sneak in with him. And he turns around, and he puts his giant hand on my chest. He said, hey, man, don't pull that shit with me. And I'm like, I don't even know what's happening right now.
Right.
But I just know that I have this giant Frisbee on my chest. Right. You got to understand how big this guy is. This guy's he's a 7-footer, right?
I don't know if he's not 7 foot.
What is he, like 6'10" then?
He's 6 something, but he ain't 7 foot.
But he's big.
Right.
He's bulky.
Right.
So I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's just like, don't pull that shit with me. And when I brought it up, he was like, yeah, I was just trying to, keep things in line there. Because that's kind of what he was doing on the court also.
Yeah.
He was like the enforcer pretty much trying to make sure things don't get out of hand. So I guess he was trying to do it with me at a party.
Yeah.
But, we kind of laughed about it and it was no big deal. But yeah.
So ultimately, he's a cool dude.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, he ended up being a cool dude. At that very moment, I didn't think he was a very cool dude. It's not like I was going to fight him.
Man, some of them dudes, man, based on where they come from, man, they just got that dog in them.
Got that dog in them.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that stabbing motion that Draymond did, you know what I'm talking about? He's like,
I didn't see that part. The last thing I saw was he was coming down, I guess trying to get a rebound. And as he was coming down, he literally, like WWF, hit a dude in the face with an elbow drop. Oh, that quick move?
Yeah. That looked like I'm gonna stab you after the game, kind of. Draymond's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy, but these antics, I think that's just what they are, man. Just antics.
Just antics?
Yeah, and listen, it's one of those things where if he's your teammate, you're glad to have him, because you know what he'll go through a wall for you. But if he's not your teammate, you're like, this motherfucker needs to be thrown out of the league.
Right.
Yeah, he's and when you look at it, and it's funny because when I've seen the clips where people have cut them all together,
Yeah.
back to back to back,
It looks wild.
yeah, he looks dirty.
Right.
He's just dirty.